Thoughtful Thursdays, and something interesting happened. And it was just yesterday. I was part of an SOMAR community circle which spoke about humanizing digital conversations. I don't know, I just love the topic and I said I want to be part of that conversation. And it was very interesting because people were talking about how they should be operating in this COVID post-pandemic world which is going to be normal. And many of the conversations were that, how should conversations be online? Are we compromising? Can we get, are we really being human? And that struck a chord with me because parallelly I was reading a very interesting book by Tom Peters, In Search of Excellence, and he's written another brilliant book which is Extreme Humanism. And when I connected both of that, I realized that humanism is about keeping people at the center of our conversations. And what does that really mean? And in his book, he says something very interesting, and I just want to talk about it. And he says, the hard things, which are our plans, our charts, and all these Excel sheets that we do, are actually soft things. But the soft things, which are people, relationships, the culture, are actually hard things. And believe me, I've been in a leadership position, not that I was a leader to start with, but 27 years. And Tom Peters puts it brilliantly. He says, managing is the pinnacle of human achievement. And I think it's such a brilliant statement because I keep looking back and saying that what is it that a leader does? A leader's job is only about people, relationships, and the culture of the office. And 2 points come to my mind, and largely from a work context. What does that mean to us? It is keeping the human and the person at the center of the conversation. At Ormax, we don't say B2B or B2C, we say H to H, which is human to human. And there are many conversations when I talk to people and they say, oh, let's talk to the mothers, they are the gatekeepers. You've dehumanized that mother, you've called her a consumer, you've called her a gatekeeper, and all that we want to do is understand how we can sell that product. I'm not trying to be a holy Joe over here, but what Tom Peters actually gave a lovely example of Cheetos as a brand. And actually we know that the R&D department, actually the flavorings are something that really makes you want to buy more and more. And he uses this cute little phrase which I like, where he says that, can we have a teeny weeny bit of humanity? And what I mean by teeny weeny bit of humanity, can we put the human in consideration? Can we be a little decent about it? Can we feel good about what we are doing? And I think that's a very, very important thought as we go in the future. Because if we really believe humanism is important, we'll start keeping this, do I feel good about what I'm doing? And the second thing he talks about is extreme community engagement. And I know everybody's talking about community. And I love the way he says extreme community engagement. And that brings it back to business. And today when you look at communities, businesses say, oh, I've started my community engagement. What he says is that business is part of the community. It is not separate. If you look at our lives, we're all working, large part of our time is spent working, interacting, networking, engaging. And there's a lovely formula that he has actually put in his book, or in fact I heard it in the podcast, he's such a lovely speaker. He said kindness is equal to repeat business plus profits. Kindness is equal to repeat business plus profits. And it's compassionomics, which I think is really, if you really put our mind to it, I've seen this play beautifully in my book. And it is not manipulation. It is actually keeping the human at the center and the heart of all our conversations. And if you do that, you'll also ask this fundamental question. that I asked myself 10 years ago, how do I want to be remembered? And if you put that question, you will get your answers. And I think the way you look at life will be very, very different. And I think humanism is not a good word to flash, but I think actions will speak louder than words. If you like what I say and you want to know, reach out to us.